Hi muckers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all having the best day ever. Thank you so much for clicking on my YouTube channel today, but I have a bone to pick, first of all, before we begin. I am not disrespectful to any of you, for the most part. I don't come to your house and make fun of your family members. I don't come to your house and make fun of your best friends. So, does anyone want to tell me why in the past couple videos, the entire comment sections have been making fun of how quote-unquote ugly they believe that Garfield is? Because I invite you into my home, and I introduce you to my friends, family even, and people have the disrespect to say that, people have the disrespect to say that this is ugly. Now, all I'm gonna say is, if you have those nasty words, direct them at me. What did he do to deserve it? I just had that bone to pick because I saw a lot of comments saying that Garfield looked really... Look at that! Look, he's so embarrassed. He's so upset and so embarrassed. Keep your nasty comments about Garfield to yourself. Hear me? Okay, on with the video. Hi! Welcome back! So, we are going to be talking about deaf noodles today. Now, I got this amazing set of DMs from this person online. They are called Amaya, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much for sending me all the gossip that I missed. Oh, by the way, please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please check out my TikTok. It is at the Adam McIntyre on TikTok. If you click the pinned comment down below, and you go over and follow, and you comment saying, hey, I came from the Deaf Noodles video, please, I will message you back and say thank you, or I'll like your comment, whatever I can do. I appreciate all the support. I really do, and this was just a stupid bit at the start of the video, but I appreciate you clicking. I know that I'm not the best at what I do, and I know when it comes to Deaf Noodles, there were a lot of people covering it throughout the past couple months, and I know I'm not the funniest or the brightest or any of those things. I'm not saying this in a self-deprecating way. I'm saying this that you don't have to be watching my videos. You don't have to continue supporting me. There are so many drama channels making the same type of content, commentary channels. I appreciate you coming back, and I hope you know that because I got a lot of comments from people, aside from the jokes, basically saying in my last Dennis video, being like, wow, I can't believe like it's been a couple months and you know, like I still am watching the videos and you know, thank you for making them. But I just wanted to kind of throw that back and be like, thank you for still watching them, because I know again that you could be watching anyone else with your time, and I appreciate you being here. But anyway, Amaya has let me know that Dennis is basically on this little campaign right now, and apparently it has something to do with his ex-friend's business partner speaking up against him, and it is just so messy. Let me clear my throat. So, as we're aware, now what is happening on the trending? Number 1 trending, Madonna. Number 2 trending, it's happening! Number 3, Selena Gomez. Number 4, at The Sims 4. I wonder if any of these have anything in common. Is Selena Gomez going on The Sims 4 with Madonna because it's happening? Let me know. Anyway, as we're aware, Kavos tweeted that Deaf Noodles had DM'd him. Now, we said this in my previous videos, so we're going to do this really quickly and then get on to the other ones. Dennis said, hi Kavos, hope you're doing alright. I know we really didn't see eye to eye about a lot of things. Dennis literally said he wanted to Kavos, so let's, alright, we'll move on. And that we've had misunderstandings, in the past. But I've been taking time to reflect and I'm trying to take a new leaf. Would love to be able to chat with you and hopefully bury the hatchet. That was very one-sided in the first place from Dennis, but whatever. No pressure. If you don't want to do it, that's perfectly fine. We can do it off camera or however else you would like to do it. Let me know. And then Kavos was basically like, no. Good luck to him turning a new leaf. I barely even befriend people online. I have no need or want for him to, you know, be my friend. And a lot of people were giving Kavos a lot of, you know, shit for this. And a lot of people were agreeing with Kavos. And I think a lot of people forget how messy everything that happened with Dennis really was. And I'm seeing that, thank you again, Amaya, that Nicholas Diorio has also posted that Dennis sent him a very similar thing. And I was looking at this and I was like, because there were, you know, a couple, maybe 4 Deaf Noodles fans in my comment sections being like, why aren't you letting him grow? Why aren't you letting him change? Why aren't you? And I was like, all right, like, let me look into these, like, you know, apologies that he's doing, which, you know, he literally on his live stream got his audience to basically write for him. No, that is the truth. If you want to go and watch my previous video on Dennis, posted a couple days ago, that is the truth. And which just makes it so insincere that you couldn't even write like a half-assed apology by yourself. You had to get your like 37 people that were watching your live stream to do it. And so I was like, okay, let me read these apologies. Like he's apologizing to people, even if it is written mostly by his audience or whatever. And I was like, let me, you know, give him the benefit of the doubt, even though we've done that with Dennis a lot. And then I find out that it was Steve is apparently exposing him, which is the guy that used to work at the comedy club, Steven, and he's now talking about how Dennis has screwed him over. So now a lot of people are saying that Dennis is, you know, on this apology tour and this accountability tour, if you will, because, you know, his ex-business partner, Steven, who we're all aware, you know, was in those videos whenever Dennis was coming for people, you know, joining in on it, is now speaking up against Dennis, and maybe Dennis needs the support of the community that he once told to. You know what I mean? So let's read what he sent to Nicholas DiOrio before we get to what his, you know, business partner Steven was saying. So, Nicholas DiOrio said, since it's all super public now, and he himself showed it on his stream, so again, Dennis literally posting that he was going to do this, which kind of takes away from the sincerity of it whenever you're literally involving your audience and writing an apology that should be private, and you're saying in these DMs is private. Alright. This is what I said to Def Noodles. A lot of the discussion on his views are being super low, but I don't really care about who people say, a lot of the discussion, his views being low, Nicholas, this is written very awfully. A lot of the discussion, his views being low, but I don't really care about who people say what I should and shouldn't platform. Is this something you guys would be interested to see? So here we see these DMs from Dennis that say, well, I mean, I assume from Dennis, you know, we don't really see that it's from Def Noodles, but whatever. Hey man, hope you're well. I know we haven't really seen eye to eye, but so basically the same formulated thing, which is fine. But whenever we now know about Steven coming forward, it kind of makes me side-eye it a little bit more. I know we haven't seen eye-to-eye for a lot of things. Def Noodles and Nicholas DiOrio not seeing eye-to-eye? Color me blind! But I've taken some time to reflect, so I'm reaching out to see if you'd be interested in having a chat and hopefully burying the hatchet. So same thing. No pressure, absolutely understand if this is something you don't want to do. Can be off camera too. Anyways, take care. So basically, the copied and pasted one that was sent to the other person is now being sent to the other person, which is being copied and pasted to the other one. So not only was this an apology that was written basically with the helping hand of Dennis's audience, which I don't know why they need to be included in this whatsoever, is now a copied and pasted formulated one to a bunch of different people. I don't know if Dennis thought that people were going to tweet it out, if they were just going to ignore him, but it doesn't really help his case when you're really just copying and pasting the same thing to everyone. It makes it so much more, like, less sincere, and then when we know that your audience was in on writing this, it just brings it down a little bit more. I guess I just don't understand why you would care to bury the hatchet with me. I'm not super opposed to chatting. My first thoughts reading this were, why now? LOL. Let me know what you had in mind and I'll think it over. To be honest, I don't know why now. I've been thinking about this for a while, so now a lot of people are speculating that this has something to do with Steven. Now again, I don't know if that's true. We are just taking what is out there and reading it and putting it together. This could be, you know, completely fabricated and the narrative is completely off. But all I'm saying is a lot of people are kind of, you know, putting two and two together. Just didn't know how to approach it, really. We can chat however you like on Discord, on or off camera, whatever's easiest. Just looking to make peace is all. Alright, so then we have, Nicholas goes on, says, I'm never against hearing someone out. I've chatted online and offline in the past with plenty of people I've been hostile to. And, you know, naming a few, I'm never going to be anyone's redemption arc, but I've wanted to have a legit conversation for like 2 years. Now, the last time Nicholas and Dennis were in a conversation where they could have had a conversation, Dennis really didn't want to talk to him at all. So, again, there's just so many really weird things about this. Now, again, a lot of people are saying, you know, he made his bed. He made it such a point that he didn't like any of these people that he's now DMing, and it was just really messy and really targeted and really hurtful and really just catty. And this thing about Steven really doesn't help. So, anyway, this is the tweet. So, from this user, it says, is Dennis Noodles asking for... Sorry, when people say Dennis Noodles, it just throws me off. Is Dennis Noodles asking for forgiveness because he's afraid of Skid Row Steve exposing him at Tipster, right? Tipster and Xylee. So, here we have Steven says, I was robbed nasty last year. I want to quit life, though. Take a couple of y'all disrespectful hacks with me. If you're an artist, don't work someone else's plantation. They will treat you like a slave, and you'll have nothing to show for it, and they will go off looking like a hero. So then we go on, and someone says, I'm sorry you had to go through this, and you got used by some shit people, Steven. You knew what you were doing and tried to help build something cool. I was about to say, is that your phone? But it can't be your phone. Of course it's my one. Who's texting me? It's my mother! Hi, Mom. You knew what you were doing and tried to help build something cool, but instead you got pushed off to the side and I'm assuming not paid for all your hard work, and it's effed up. Now again, this is all speculation from these tweets, all speculation. We have no idea if this is true. We have no idea the validity of, you know, the truth of these statements, whatever. I want to make that very, very, very clear, but all I'm saying is that this is now public knowledge, and this is, you know, being put against Dennis, you know, trying to reach out to get the community back to support him and embrace him again whenever his, allegedly his ex, you know, business partner is now speaking out against him. The same way his assistant spoke out against him, and remember remember that drama with whenever they went to Burning Man? Do we all remember that? He doesn't really have a good history with the employees if this is true and the other one was true, if they're both true. Messy. So then we go on, it is effed up because my mortality is directly connected to my upward mobility. In short, food and time has been taken off and out of my life. I was lied to, not paid, and tricked into working for free as it would better the community and access. All it did was put me in a ditch. So then someone goes on and says, so the same person, the only reason he had so many followers is because he made a career out of internet drama. What an awful thing for someone to do. Unfortunately, drama sells, but at what cost? I saw you try to bring light to important topics about the mistreatment of black entertainers. You didn't deserve that. None of y'all did. Steven goes on to say, haha, and here I am, a prime example of being a mistreated black artist. LOL. Thanks, now that I have to live on Skid Row, it's all taken a toll. So that is allegedly Steven speaking up about, you know, allegedly, you know, his experience. And it just kind of, it makes you think. I mean, people are talking about this and it's like, I want to give Dennis the benefit of the doubt. What he went through online was so awful. He caused all of it, but it was so awful. It was so frustrating. It was so disgusting. It was so irritating. He was telling us every day that he knew what he was doing, that he wanted to piss us off, he wanted to get more attention, and blah, 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 blah. So he knew what he was doing. That's fair enough. He knew that, you know, getting in drama and doing all this, he was trying to get the comedy club. The comedy club did not work. So all of that, say I push all of that aside and I'm like, okay, he wants to, you know, turn a new leaf. I read these apologies, like I've stated many times, your audience have helped you write it and you're copying and pasting the same apology to multiple different creators you've had huge problems with. Me and Dennis have never really had a problem together, so it's these other creators and they're all getting the same formulated, copied and pasted apology in the same time frame that allegedly your ex-business partner is speaking up about allegedly being mistreated. It's just all very weird. And then when you put all that together with the assistant speaking up last year about being mistreated on the, allegedly being mistreated on the Burning Man trip and how unprofessional you were and all these different things, it doesn't look good for you. It doesn't look good for you. And for all the 4 Deaf Noodles fans that will comment on this video, completely valid, and I love to see... Not this chair. People were like, screw the bottom of it. I'm just gonna keep going until I fall back one day. A lot of the Deaf Noodles fans were like, you know, it's so awful that you don't want to see someone turn a new leaf. And it's like, we're actually open to seeing people turn a new leaf. We have seen people do that within the community many times over and over again. It's actually how the community continues to work and thrive. So that's a false statement. And it's actually the things that Dennis did. I mean, he turned the entire community against him. He turned the entire drama community against him. He turned the commentary community against him. He then tried to one-up everyone. He got physical at his comedy shows that he, you know, made people pay so much money for, and just, he was doing all of this and he was saying that I'm making so much money, and then he was gloating about making so much money and trolling and blah, blah. It's like, it's the same level that people don't want to forgive people like Trisha Paytas, where they're like, and Gabby Hanna, where they're like, we know you were willingly trying to provoke us. You were willingly trying to ruin everything, but it didn't work for you. And I think that that is my overall take on this Dennis situation. Muckers, let me know your opinion. Let's talk about it down below. Keep your snarky comments about Garfield out of the comment section. let me know. We'll talk about it down below. I appreciate you being here, and I will see you in my next one. And yeah, all right, bye. Mwah.